So what we do here is to relive all that you missed on the campaign trail. Who's quoting who? And who is calling someone names? Well, if you thought the fire from yesterday would have doused by now, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, because the campaign thermometer has caught flames. I mean, in some cases, it is Oja, Oja, Oja. And for those of you who thought Dr. Bawumia and his boss, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, were just going to let sleeping dogs lie after Quizmaster GHOne Mahama set 5 hot questions for them, well, let me inform you that hell will have to freeze over for you to see that. So what you see on your screens now are the questions that GHOne Mahama has to answer from Dr. Bawumia, but we will come back to that. And so what we woke up to this morning was more than WASI, email section B. I'm sure when you're writing your WASI, some of you don't like emails because section B, you will answer and answer and answer and answer. But this one, 50 questions. 50 questions from Dr. Bawumia straight to GHOne Mahama. Well, we'll talk about that. President Akufo-Addo also collected his own woto yesterday. But Nana Addo has also fired back. Now he is telling GHOne Mahama to enjoy certain questions because it looks like that's what he likes. So you answer the questions. Perhaps stay a quizmaster. But he, Adodi, will never hand over to someone who cannot handle this economy.
Ghana mo bia minim so ontumi nya adwuma no baby Yakobon emprema me Bawumia mi hu fuso bia wo de ho.
So according to Adodi, God will not even allow him, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to just leave the reins of power to someone who cannot handle the economy. Anyway, GHOne Mahama too says he won't go without a fight. So you should all stay with me because I will bring you a response that makes reference to the 1992 US elections.
This election is about the economy, stupid. It's not about all those other useless things about who built how many compost plants. Answer the 5 simple questions.
This is Campaign Uncensored. Buckle up and let's do magic in the next couple of minutes.
I want to leave that to breathe, but we are going to build a new economy, a different economy, and you will be hearing a little bit more because you cannot just criticize without providing alternatives, and we are going to, and we have anyway.
You can tell us something as to what exactly.
I'm telling you, it's an exciting. I will tell you what it is not. It is not a doomsday economy. It is not a dead goat economy. It is not a friends and family economy, right? It is an economy that will create jobs.
We'll fill in the rhymes. It is not a doomsday economy. It is not a dead goat economy. Well, this is certainly the shortest 30 minutes of your life. And with 38 days to the December 2024 elections, the trail is blazing hot with jabs, clapbacks, and knockouts. So yesterday, Examiner John Dramani Mahama, he asked candidate Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia 5 questions. We played it here, but for those of you who haven't heard, or you made a mistake of missing yesterday's edition, let me refresh your memory.
Give lectures every month about how to run an economy, how to fix the economy. He posed 170 questions to my vice president, Mensah. He should go and answer the 170 questions himself. Indeed, he shouldn't answer 170 questions. He should answer only 3 questions. 3. Why is the exchange rate 17 cedis to the dollar? Question 1. Exam, he should come and write. Ezu, why has Ghana's debt risen from 120 billion to 767 billion in 8 years? Question 2, you should come and answer. Question 3, why is inflation where it is? Why did it rise to 54% under your administration for 8 years? And then let me add 2 more. Question 4, why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? Why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? He should come and answer those questions. We don't need 170 questions. 170, if he wants, he can answer them himself. But Ghanaians are asking him 4 questions. He should come and answer those 4 questions and explain to Ghanaians why we are where we are. The last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens his mouth, digitalization. Come and talk about the economy. That's question 5. 5 questions. Tell him. He should come and answer them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 questions. So John Mahama threw these questions to Dr. Bawumia, and then the conversation started as to whether Dr. Bawumia, the economic whiz kid, will provide answers with diagrams. In fact, some government communicators asked John Mahama to rather go and meet Dr. Bawumia mano a mano for the debate if he wants answers to these questions. So we went to bed, and then we woke up. Then when we woke up this morning, we saw a response from Dr. Bawumia. And I thought to myself, oh, Dr. Bawumia has shamed all of us. Dr. Bawumia would provide the answers. Then I clicked and realized that, hey, that love letter to John Mahama. Dr. Bawumia says the 5 questions were flimsy questions. According to Dr. Bawumia, examiner John Mahama, the questions he wrote, they are basa questions. Oh, he didn't end there. He also told John Mahama to come and debate him with those flimsy basa questions. So Dr. Bawumia in return multiplied JM's questions by 10 and slapped those questions on him to answer. So JM question back, Bawumia questions, baby. Now these are the questions. He says, can you name any broad-based social intervention policy that you implemented in Ghana as president? Question 1. It is possible. Why did you run advertisements against free SHS? Question 2. It is possible. If you think your economic management was so good, how come we experience more than 4 years of doomsday under your government? And then he's asking, why did the banking system almost collapse under your government? Because when the MPP came, they used plenty money to collapse the banks because they said John Mahama was collapsing the system. Question 5 on your screens, it is there. Why did you cancel teacher training allowances? So when we come, we will restore teacher training allowances. Yay! We will restore nursing training allowances. Yay! Today they say they have not been paid. Okay, question 7. Why did the National Ambulance Service virtually collapse under your government? Why was your government unable to create a quota of the jobs that our government has created? How many nurses, teachers, police officers, immigration officers, and service personnel did you recruit as president? John Mahama question back. Bawumia questions, baby. So, 50 questions in all to John Dramani Mahama. And while we were all going through the plenty 50 questions, Dr. Bawumia's boss, who equally had a share of the Mahama salvos, also decided to respond today. Now, according to President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in a meeting with Bono Chiefs, he asked John Mahama, hey, come here. You were the one who said that you don't want to elevate Dr. Bawumia to your class. Which class are you in? Class 1 or class 2? Listen to him.
This time I say, Fourth Republic, 1993. Nkofo enum ena Ghana fo ahye won enu nyama pejun wa ba betina. Ebenwa kese ye kunwa kese ye president kunwa no so. Nkofo enum. Baako ede. Nyankopon amane kwa amane wie mane ena ofre no ba ne chen eye Yewura Professor Mills. Iti 4 na kano. Nipa baako pe. Nipa baako pe. Ena Ghana for show na juma so on there be ora o ade there and so any enkoyie titinase it is say Ora Mahama also was class here. Yes, our class of one. Class of one. I don't know what's our classroom. And your class, I'm a person Baumia about the Casa classroom. Baby, Baumia, Yakupom, and Macoin or Fro Conyano 7th January. Or better was with you.
Class of one. President Akufo-Addo, me, I don't understand. You must explain. How can you tell me GHOne is and GHOne in that class is the only student too? So, anyways, and he says you don't allow Baumia, Dr. Baumia. No, he cannot be in that same class. But he's also asking, and he's saying that you see, God will not even allow him to hand over this beautiful Ghanaian economy. This economy that so you people say are not seeing top. He will not hand it over to someone who cannot handle the economy, but to his whiskey. Only the whiskey can handle this one.
Now, so be what Ghana ha. Obetumi Eddie Baumia who adansia. I'm saying me and another damn Akufo-Addo. Me na betumi Eddie dance. Na me ja Ghana mo bi a minim se ontumi nye adwuma no. Baby. Nyakopon empre mame Baumia mi hunfu so bia wode ho yo bia one na ye adwuma e na utimi kasa wode ho kanokre Ghana so dan koma so papa adwuma so de enye bibia de ma no timi ye adwuma em say chance bi wo ha Jubilee House no and adwuma bo 1 or 2 no kanea menu na na esi edaso wo ho ba mia kanea e na me kanea ye ni enda wo ho sanate is me bad ma ba be se Ghana for sie pobia obetumi so adwuma na maba be ye a obetumi dia ko anim no a Muhammad.
So according to President Akufo-Addo, you know, in the Bible, in the olden days, when you commit a sin and you want to atone for the sins, you go for a sheep, white, without blemish, very clean. That is what Baumia is, without mistakes. Baumia he doesn't tell lies. That's according to President Akufo-Addo. On transfer, so bien in the soul, like correct human being. That is Dr. Baumia. But GHOne says, okay, if you want to go down this particular road with me, let's go. Now, if you're a student of United States politics, you know, United States of America, you remember 1992, the banter between George Bush Sr. and Clinton. Well, we have before us the Ghana version of that. Listen.
We used to learn what they call nursery rhymes. And that one, you just have to learn it by heart. Even when you're sleeping, you should be able to repeat it. So if you remember, ba ba black sheep, have you any wool? Then we had Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Those nursery rhymes. I woke up this morning and I saw 50 questions to me. It looks like our vice president has just learned those things in the 50 questions the way we used to learn ba ba black sheep, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Because I asked you 5 simple questions on the economy. That's all. Simple questions that Ghanaians want you to answer. You go and respond with how many compost plants, did you build, how many this did you build. That is not what the issue is in Ghana today. Let me take you down memory lane. In 1992, there was an election in America. It was between Bill Clinton and George Bush Sr. At that time, the American economy was in recession, the way the Ghanaian economy is in crisis today. And people were talking about immigration, talking about all kinds of useless things. You know what the Clinton people said? It is about the economy, stupid. Today, I'm repeating those words. This election is about the economy, stupid. It's not about all those other useless things about who built how many compost plants. Answer the 5 simple questions. And you can't hide behind the debate. You don't need the debate to answer the 5 questions. When you ask Mensah 170 questions, you did not agree to go and debate for him to answer them. Ghanaians are asking you 5 simple questions. Just answer them. Akufo-Addo too, I've given him 2 questions. He should come and answer them. That's all Ghanaians are looking for. You have destroyed the economy. That is the truth. Even if you look at the 50 questions he asked me, he has skillfully avoided the economy. There's nothing about the economy in those 50 questions. And that's why I gave you the 5th question. Why are you running away from economy? Because you were brought in to fix the economy. The economy is in a terrible state. Just answer the 5 questions I have asked you on behalf of the people of Ghana. Simple. What they call nursery rhymes, and that one you just have to learn it by heart. Even when you are sleeping, you should be able to repeat it. So if you remember, ba ba black sheep, have you any wool? Then we had Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Those nursery rhymes. I woke up this morning and I saw 50 questions to me. It looks like our vice president has just learned those things in the 50 questions. The way we used to learn Baba, Black Sheep, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Because I asked you 5 simple questions on the economy. That's all. Simple questions that Ghanaians want you to answer. You go and respond with how many compost plants, how many compost plants did you build, how many this did you build. That is not what the issue is in Ghana today. Let me take you down memory lane. In 1992, there was an election in America. It was between Bill Clinton and George Bush Sr. At that time, the American economy was in recession, the way the Ghanaian economy is in crisis today. And people were talking about immigration, talking about all kinds of useless things. You know what the Clinton people said? It is about the economy, stupid. Today, I'm repeating those words. This election is about the economy, stupid. It's not about all those other useless things about who built how many compost plants. Answer the 5 simple questions. And you can't hide behind the debate. You don't need the debate to answer the 5 questions. When you ask Mensah 170 questions, you did not agree to go and debate for him to answer them. Ghanaians are asking you 5 simple questions. Just answer them. Akufo-Addo too, I've given him 2 questions. He should come and answer them. That's all Ghanaians are looking for. You have destroyed the economy. That is the truth. Even if you look at the 50 questions he asked me, he has skillfully avoided the economy. There's nothing about the economy in those 50 questions. And that's why I gave you the 5th question. Why are you running away from economy? Because you were brought in to fix the economy. The economy is in a terrible state. Just answer the 5 questions I have asked you.
But who angry John Mahama? Who has angered John Mahama so much that now John Mahama is quoting 1992 American politics? So, okay, anyways, you know what? Let's have a conversation on this one, a brief one, with Enoch Afuakwa. He's a private legal practitioner. He's also a member of the MPP National Communications team. He's joined me via Zoom. Enoch, thank you so much for joining us. So, John Mahama clearly not happy with the 50 questions that Dr. Bawumia has sent to him in response to his 5 questions. Well, what are your thoughts on John Mahama's response?
Thank you so much for joining us. So, John Mahama clearly not happy with the 50 questions that Dr. Bawumia has sent to him. What are your thoughts on John Mahama's response?
Yeah, let me say a very good evening to your cherished viewers and congratulate you on your efforts to go on a tangent of issue-based campaign. We are aware that the NDC is fully aware. The NDC is fully aware that their candidate, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, is losing the elections because their own internal research shows that Mr. Mahama will eventually lose the 2024 general election to Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And when you are losing an election of this nature, the only path that you choose is to insult. We are only telling Mr. Mahama that the election of 2024 is not about who can insult the most. It's not about who can abuse the most, but it's about who has the favorable policies to be able to propel this country to the path of prosperity and to be able to generate wealth and growth for the people of this country, especially the teeming youth of our country. So the Ghanaian people believe that Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia possesses the word with that will be able to galvanize the needed development that the people of Ghana needs. What is this all about? Dr. Bawumia has challenged Mr. John Dramani Mahama to a debate that if you think that you have exercised an executive authority of this country before under Article 57 of our Constitution, clearly he was clothed with executive authority to be able to discharge what he's now telling the people of Ghana today. And having noticed that the people of Ghana are asking Mr. Mahama that you have been vice president before, you have been president before, what exactly did you do for the people of this country that we should give you another mandate to come and serve what? These are the questions that the Ghanaian is asking Mr. John Dramani Mahama. And in response, it is abuse to the people of Ghana. If you say that the election is about the economy, stupid. Sorry to say that when he was quoting the Clinton campaign team,
right?
He did not quote Mr. Clinton at the time in 1992. He quoted the Clinton campaign team. So it means that His Excellency Bill Clinton engaged in issue-based campaign and not an insult-based campaign as Mr. John Dramani Mahama is engaging in. And eventually, as Ghanaians, we have our own cultural standards that we adhere to. So if he will go on a free ride to insult everybody, to abuse people who are asking for decent jobs, to abuse people who are asking for good roads, to abuse people who are asking for quality drinking water, to abuse people who are asking for better education infrastructure, to abuse people who are asking for all that there is that the state ought to provide to better the lives of the ordinary Ghanaian, then, Mr. Mahama, it is the sovereign Ghanaian that you are insulting, and not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo.
But John Mahama says that he is, I mean, I've heard some defense from his team. What they say is that, well, John Mahama was quoting. He's not necessarily using those words on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
You see, John Mahama stated that, let me take you down memory lane. In 1992, there was an election in America between Clinton and George Bush Sr. At that time, the American economy was in recession. They say the way the Ghanaian economy is in crisis today, and people were talking about immigration, talking about all kinds of useless things. Do you know what the Clinton people said? It is about the economy. Stupid. And he went on to say, today, I am repeating those words. This election is about the economy. Stupid. It is not about all those other useless things about who built how many compost plants or derricks. So clearly, Mr. Mahama is not quoting Bill Clinton. Mr. Mahama is quoting the so-called Clinton people, but not the revered Bill Clinton, who discharged his campaign as a diplomat, who discharged his campaign as a respectable personality devoid of abuses and insults. So if Mr. Mahama is going on the tangent of insult and abuse, I am telling, or we the New Patriotic Party are telling Mr. Mahama straight in his face, that it is only the one losing that has the path of insult and abuse. It is only the one who has lost hope in the elections that it is a done deal for the number one candidate, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who resorts to insult, but not to policy-driven matters that will benefit the good people of Ghana as at the time that we are talking about.
And you feel that John Mahama believes he's losing because he's very confident that he's actually winning the election.
You see, John Mahama has checked out already in this election. You see, Dr. Bawumia is an exemplary and exceptional leader. Dr. Bawumia's image in the Ghanaian political dispensation has changed the Ghanaian political discourse from propaganda campaign to issue-based campaign. And you see, Mr. Mahama, but for the implementation of free senior high school, the biggest population of the NDC was the veranda boys and girls, because they cherished that we should impoverish people, make them poorer, deprive them of education, so that we will continue to control their minds, control their souls, and control their body. Because of the free senior high school, today, over 5 million people have benefited from this policy.
Right.
And we can say we have more than 5 million literates added onto the literacy rate in our country.
Okay.
So the propaganda-based campaign of the NDC is not working. It is not going.
Very well.
So Mr. Mahama has already checked out from this campaign. You remember the vitreous attack, the unprintable attacks on the chiefs, unprintable attacks on the personality of His Excellency the President, unprintable attacks on the personality of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay.
And all there is, if you say anything against Mr. Mahama, he responds with insult.
Okay.
He responds with cheeky answers.
Thank you.
He responds with abuses. And it shows that this is a trajectory of a man who has checked out from a campaign that he sees that he has already failed.
Enoch, thank you so much for your time. That's Enoch Afuakwa. He is a member of the NPP communications team. He's also a legal practitioner speaking to us on this development. But that's all we have time for on Campaign Uncensored. Right here on GHOne television. There's more news for you at starfm.com.gh. I am Joshua Kodjo Mensah. Many thanks to the production team. We are back same time tomorrow right here on this platform. But let the conversation continue right on social media. Do have a wonderful evening.